William Ruto will support anything for money. And that is the problem.
And to get a perspective
of what you want us to do. You know, in Kenya, I'm the champion of listening to the ground. I'm here to listen to the people. Because you will tell me the truth. Because you talk to the people back home every day. And you know exactly what they feel and what they want. So I'll be around for a while to engage Kenyans, to listen to them and understand what Kenyans feel and what they want and how they would like to be governed as we try to craft a new administration in the next general election. I would like to work with Kenyans. I would like to carry them along. I don't want to be a ruler. I want to be a leader of people. And when you lead people, you listen to them so that you carry them along with you. So, first and foremost, let me underscore the importance of the diaspora brigade. Kenyans who are out of the country in the diaspora are critical. In the 80s and the 70s, the leading foreign exchange earner, the one that used to earn us foreign exchange, was coffee, followed by tea. As we moved to the 90s, coffee and tea were overtaken by tourism. As we speak today, the biggest foreign exchange earner to our motherland is not coffee, it's not tea, it is not tourism, it is the remittances from the diaspora. You are the drivers of our economy. If you guys stopped remitting money, the country will just come to a standstill. We will not be able to pay our foreign debt. We will not have foreign exchange reserves, and the economy will grind to a halt. You are therefore a very important component of our governance structure, and any serious leader must seek serious partnership with the diaspora. And for those of us who keep some dairy animals back home, and when you come back home, please have some dairy cows. Those dairy cows, for them to produce milk, you must look after them. You don't just give them hay. You give them lucerne. You give them dairy milk. Nowadays, we get the mattresses to sleep on so that they don't feel cold. In addition, we get them blankets. People are getting even more sophisticated. We give them country music, Ken Rogers and Don Williams, so that they are happy to produce milk. So the diaspora brigade is like a dairy cow. They must be looked after for them to continue remitting money home. You know?
So I know you are all smarting from betrayal.
William Ruto was here and gave many promises to you people. So he did to us and to every Kenyan. Comfort. You are not the only one feeling betrayed. Everybody has been betrayed. He said he'll put money in people's pockets. Instead of putting money in people's pocket, the little that they had, he dipped his fingers and took it away. He said he would create a working health system. He has crippled it and brought something called SHA that is riddled with corruption. He said you create a functioning university financing model. He killed the one that was there and brought something that cannot work. He said he will protect liberties and freedom of speech. We have the worst
Experience of violation of human rights since independence. killing of young people, the Gen Zs.
Brutalizing innocent Kenyans, using the criminal justice system to settle political scores. Everybody feels betrayed. So you are not alone. So I just want to give you the comfort that don't cry too much that you are betrayed. Everybody has been betrayed. And the pain and the anguish of betrayal is in every homestead in Kenya. And everybody feels terrible. So I want to give you that comfort that all of us are in that situation. And we must move on. We can't keep on crying about betrayal. We have been betrayed, yes, so we must look for a solution.
We must work day and night to craft a new governance structure that will honor the people of Kenya, that will respect their freedoms, that will make sure we have a functioning economy. There's no money circulation in Kenya. Pending bills have not been paid. All road projects have stalled, water projects have stalled. Nothing is going on. All that we have are some functions that are called economic empowerment of stolen money to bribe people and to make them keep quiet. So we got to fix that. So I came to engage the diaspora to say, there are many promises that were given and were not kept. I want us to have a new engagement. I know it's not easy for you to trust me and the other leaders, because trust once broken, it's very difficult to work on it. But we are all in the same situation. We are all healing and learning how to trust once more. It's not easy, because when people have betrayed you, you are very careful. You are not sure. So as I speak here, many of you are wondering, we have had this before. This guy will just come here, give us all sorts of promises. If God is gracious and grant them government, we will not hear them again. They will betray us. I'm sure that is going through your mind. There's nothing I can do other than just telling you that we are different. And from my behavior and pronouncement, the people of Kenya know I'm a different kind of a person.
And regarding Gachagua that William Ruto got is not the one he wanted. He had a totally different idea of a deputy he wanted. He wanted a Mr. Yesa, a guy who will say yes sir to everything. He was quite happy for me to mobilize him with the vote, but he had a big problem with somebody who is truthful. And I knew the marriage between me and Ruto will not last for long in the first 1 year.
Because we are different. The guy is a pathological liar, and I'm a truthful man. The two of us is like oil and water. We could not stay together. I'm even surprised it went for 2 years. This is a guy who will look at you straight and lie to you, and he cannot even blink, knowing it is a lie. You know, I couldn't take it because I'm not brought up that way. I've been brought up well by my family, by my parents. I am a Christian. I value truth because it's essential. And you know, I started asking him, we promised this, where you go to siasa. Say, how so? Those we said we'll create the Hustler's Fund. You are giving them 500 shillings. What business can you start with 500? Hapana, hiyo ilikuwa ni mambo ya kutafuta kura. Say how? But we told people in broad daylight. We wachana na hiyo maneno, watu watasahau. You know?
I had a terrible time because we go to meetings, we launch a road, we come with the tractors, we come with the bulldozers, we launch the road. Before we reach Nairobi, the trucks are on the way. Because there was no budget, it was just a lie. You know, you are going to lie to people, knowing very well there is no budget to do that road.
You just go and lie to the people. And along the way, I told him, boss, it's getting difficult for me because I'm accompanying you and I'm being roasted and I have to continue defending your lies, and these lies cannot be defended. So we were all deceived. It was one huge deception. fact, when the history of Kenya is written, somebody must write a book about deception. What I don't, sometimes many people blame me, and I accept the blame, especially people from the mountain region, because I persuaded them to elect this man. They blame me, and I accept and I apologize. But I always defend myself, and I say, fine, I was deceived. This guy came with the Bible. I'm a Christian. If somebody comes with the Bible and says he is saved and you are Christian, ordinarily you listen to that person. And I say, much as I was deceived, if bishops, reverends, evangelists, pastors, anointed men and women of God walidanganywa, sasa mimi ni nani? Hata kama watu ya diaspora mmetembea mpaka Ulaya mnakaa na wazungu mmedanganywa, mimi ni nani? Sasa mtu ya Wamonyoro, if this guy can con watu wanakaa Amerika, mumechanuka mnakaa na wazungu, sasa mtu ya Wamonyoro ni nani? You know, those are the issues. So good people have come for us to rebuild trust. I want us to chart a new friendship based on honesty, integrity, and truth. Tukubaliane tu. What we can do, we say we can do. What we cannot do, we say we cannot. What we can try, we say we shall try, isn't it? Yeah, that is true. You know, like I was there when you were promised that the deputy ambassadors in our embassies and high commissions will be from the diaspora. I was there when that commitment was given. It was not honored. I tried to fight hard for the consulate in Los Angeles to go to one of you. It was not possible. I tried to fight for the deputy ambassador in Washington, D.C. to be one of you. It was not possible. I managed in London. We got a bishop there who was in diaspora to be the deputy high commissioner in London. That is a promise any genuine leader can keep because it has no cost implication. Absolutely none. About 5, 6, 7 consulates, it may be difficult because they require financial outlay. But placing diaspora people as a deputy head of mission in our embassies across Kenya is a commitment any honest leader can keep because it costs you nothing. And it's also good for the country because you are saying this is somebody who has lived in the US for 10, 15 years. If that person is at the embassy, that person appreciates what Kenyans are going through in the US. That person understands how the Americans wants to interact with Kenya. That person knows how we can get more business opportunities. That person understands how we can create more trade relationships with our host country because that person has been part and parcel of that country. Yeah. So I want to say those are things we are going to discuss, and I want to promise that all the things we agree that have no financial constraints, that just require goodwill and being truthful, will be done. I am aware of the need for more consular services across the United States. And that again is something any reasonable leader should be able to grant. We don't have to have physical consulates, but you can have a mobile service so that Kenyans can get consular services across their IDs, their birth certificates, their marriage certificates, this and that and the other. And where there are challenges, like you said, you are sorting out yesterday with the legal authorities, there are people who can help. I think in my stay here, we are going to engage and agree what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, going forward. I want to say that we have many things we shall discuss and implement. But as I've told you, you are the dairy cow of the Kenyan economy. I have every intention to keep that cow happy. Even if it's getting country music,
to sing to it. It's going to happen because we need money to grow our economy. And the money is with you guys. We must get this money. But we don't got it. We are not going to get it by being liars, by mistreating people. It's by having a truthful engagement to see how these remittances can come and boost our local economy back at home. We had agreed on a housing fund. Initially, the president had convinced me that it was a good thing, and we thought we could have a diaspora bond. We build the houses together. Only for me later to learn that it wasn't as intended. It was just a scheme to make money by selling cement, by selling steel, by selling mabati for doing biashara. And Kenyans have said no. It's not the work of government to build houses. You do roads, get us water, get us sewage, get us electricity. Kila mtu atajenga ile nyumba ambaye inapelekana na uzito wake. Kitaka karumu moja, anaendelea. Kitaka one bedroom, anaendelea. So these are conversations that we're going to have, but I'm very, very happy to tell you that I'm very clear in my mind that for our country to grow, a very serious and practical engagement with the diaspora people is absolutely necessary. And I want to enter into that arrangement. Back home, it's not very rosy, but there is hope for a better tomorrow. The English say the darkest hour is just before dawn. Our dawn is coming. I think this morning they have sworn in the IBC. We'll have commissioners in place. And we're going to have by-elections. And that is our first test ya kupeana heshima na Kasongo. Tunataka tuheshimiane. Kenyans are very patient people. They have a serious, resilient spirit, and they are holding strong. I want to encourage you to hold strong too. You know from where you sit, the cost of living is very high. And if you want to know whether our economy is growing, just talk to the diaspora people. They are the best barometer. Forget about those economic service from Treasury. Oh, economic growth of 5.6%. Oh, inflation has gone down by 3 point. Forget about those things. If you want to know the way the economy is growing, talk to people in diaspora. They will tell you whether there is growth or not. Because they do a lot of support for people back at home. They support their parents with the shopping. Before 2022, they were doing shopping for 10,000. The same shopping today is 35,000. True or false? So you guys know when there is economic decline. You don't need anybody to tell you. You can tell. And you are feeling it when you are here because you support families back home. So the cost of living is unbearable. It's too high. Too much taxation because there's too much theft and too much diversion of public funds for selfish endeavors by the leadership. So these are things we're gonna do together. As we speak today, there is a lot of fear because of threats of killings. The president, it started with the minister for the minister for interior security. He gave orders, a character called Mukomen, that police should shoot people and kill them. As we speak, a barrio has just ended in Muranga of a young fellow called Boniface Monkey. He was selling masks in the streets of Nairobi. You saw that video. He was shot at point blank range. That police officer who shot him yesterday was charged with the murder. Mukomen is nowhere to help that officer. 3 days before, Kasongo himself said, no, don't kill them. Shoot in there. But if you are shot in the leg, you will die because of bleeding. He was simply saying the same thing but in a simplified function. Because anybody who is shot is likely to die. That is the president, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. He swore by the constitution to protect life and property. He is issuing orders for people to be shot. The day before yesterday, the chairman of the Foreign and Defense Committee, Nelson Koech, said that the president is wrong for saying shoot on the leg. He said shoot to kill. That guy, his committee oversees the Department of Defense. That committee oversees the National Intelligence Service and the Foreign Service. So you can see the president and the homeboys are all talking about killing. When they are not talking about killing, they are talking about sending people to prison. As we speak, 38 Gen Zs were taken to court yesterday in Kahawa courts and charged with terrorism. Terrorism. So, what has happened is that for Ruto and the homeboys, the reality of one term has just sunk. They thought it was a joke, and they have gone berserk, and they have actually become reckless. Because when the president of a country tells police to shoot people, and he's the one who is supposed to protect people, is the highest level of recklessness. So that is a battle that I want to invite you to help us. We have no other recourse to save our country other than sending this guy home. Yeah? So, you guys, for the sake of our country, for the sake of our children, you must play a role. So I have come to the States to tell you, good people, you cannot be silent bystanders in the US. You must play a role in the liberation of our country, in whichever way. By talking to people back home, by pushing online, because I see you push a lot. You guys spend a lot of time on smartphone, and you are doing a good job. And the guys at home, because they listen to you, because ordinarily, any peace slip holder, anybody who has an income, has influence over a minimum of 2 other people. Yeah? You guys have a lot of influence back at home. The people you send money for shopping, for medicine, for school fees, they listen to you. Please tell our people back home that we have a task ahead of us to restore the dignity of our country and our people. This guy must be one term. Tutasaidia. Tutasaidiana. Again, we need to move around the country where you can help within your means and you have some resources you can help. You are welcome, so that we keep it going. We have 2 years to go. It's not easy, but it's good. But let me confirm to you people, that propaganda by William Ruto and his cronies, that is Kikuyu nation that is against him, is a lie. It's a big lie. I have been to the coast. It's one time. I have been to Kisii. It's one time. I have been to Masai Land. I have been to Western. I stay in Nairobi. I live with the mountain. Ukambani. So, Northeastern, I want to tell you, the diaspora. So, let me tell you, it's a narrative he was trying to create, and I want to thank the people of Kenya, because there was a hashtag that night across the country saying, no, If there's a Kikuyu who is against you, then I am. It's a national thing. And it's across the country because everybody, irrespective of where they come from, is feeling the cost of living. All Kenyans, irrespective of the communities they come from, are against killing young children. All Kenyans are against burning property belonging to Kenyans. All Kenyans are unhappy with the destruction of the Kenyan economy. So, William Ruto, please don't blame the Kikuyu for your problems. They are not the cause of your problems. They never told you to kill children. They never told you to abduct the Gen Zs. They never told you to destroy the Kenyan economy. They never told you to overtax people. They never told you to be arrogant when speaking to them. You have caused your problems yourself. And I told him before I left, he was speaking with a lot of anger. Nikamuuliza hii hasira yote ni ya nini? Kenyans are more angry than you are. They are just quiet because when you are angry, because you are angry, you can kill children. You can arrest others and take them to court. You can slap them with high taxes. You can frame others with cases. Kenyans do not have the capacity to do any of those. Kenyans are angry, they are just quiet. But they'll express their anger on the ballot 2027. And that is the day you will appreciate how angry Kenyans are. Because you don't seem to know how angry they are. But they're just quiet because there's nothing else they can do. They just stay with anger. At the right time, they'll express their anger. So I want to say that great people, don't worry. Stay strong. Continue praying for your country and for the people back home. And most important, as you stay here, love one another. You know, there's a saying in my community that buffaloes don't move together in a herd because they love one another. They move together in a herd because of the danger of moving alone. If you watch the wild beast immigration in Amara, the wild beasts, they move in a huge herd. And when the lions attack them, they are able to attack them back. Along the way, one of the wild beasts gets hurt and slows down. And the other wild beasts are not able to wait for it. And it's left behind alone. And within a few minutes, it is grabbed by the lions and eaten. Never walk alone. There is strength. There is every benefit and safety of working together. And more so when you're in a foreign country. You know, please, my people, stay together, love one another, be your brother's keeper. When one of you has a problem, come together and sort it together. Never walk alone. Never move alone. I want to give you that message of togetherness, of loving one another as Kenyans, always moving in the same direction and always minding the business of the other person. See, the united opposition are clear in our mind that we cannot allow ourselves to be divided because Kasongo will slip through and Kenya will be finished. None of us can afford the luxury of allowing him to come back. So we have agreed we'll stick together as a team. Na pale mwisho around December we'll produce one candidate to face Kasongo. And I have said, if we pick Kalonzo Musyoka, we'll support him to the end. Yeah. If we pick Fred Matiang'i, we'll support him to the end. If we pick Eugene Wamalwa, if we pick our sister Mother Karua, and if by God's grace they pick Manrik G, nitakibisa hii mtu kama baiskeli ya kuibiwa. Yeah? So But all of us are selfless. Send me the greetings. I want to assure you we shall stick together to the end. Number two, you have heard William Ruto ranting that people want to overthrow him. There's nothing like that. Nobody wants to overthrow him. It's a lie. He wants to use that as an excuse to suppress people, to arrest leaders and jail people. Nobody is interested in removing him from office through unconstitutional means. He came through the ballot. He will leave through the ballot. And we have said nobody wants to remove him. In fact, if anybody removed him, Kenyans will be very disappointed because they want an opportunity to humiliate him. They want to relish that moment of sending him home through the ballot. So let him not cry foul, crying wolf everywhere. Oh, what wanataka kupindua serikali? There is nothing. People are waiting for the elections. The elections will be sorted out through the ballot. And I can tell you, even if they are together with Raila in the ballot, we'll beat him 7+1. Yeah? I've seen Raila castigating at the police, at a shoot to kill order. How can he? William Ruto is his partner. Why is he addressing him through the press? They are brothers. They just sit and talk and agree that this is wrong and they should stop it. So when Raila Odinga, please, people of Kenya are not stupid. This is your brother, you say, you work together. Go to his office, mkunywa chai mwambie wachana na hiyo maneno. Sasa unatuambia tufanye nini sisi? Why is he telling us? You know, so I can tell you Raila Odinga brings nothing to the table. The Kambas who are behind him, they have left. The Kisis who are behind him, they have left. The Luyas have left. The Masais have left. The Luo nation is divided in the middle. Even if they are together, we'll beat them 70+1. Okay? If Raila decides to run, Ruto will be number 4 in the election. So there's no problem. Either way, we are okay. Yeah? It's one time. So don't be worried at all. The people of Kenya have made decisions. Those decisions are finalized and nothing will change. And we have said even if you kill people, even if you jail them, 70% of Kenyans don't want you back. In the unfortunate event you kill so many, the maximum probably you can kill is 5%. Still 65% will vote you out. So there is no escape route, none whatsoever. I want to thank all of you who have joined our party, the DCP, the Democracy for Citizens Party. This is a party, today as we speak, is the most popular party in the country. It's a new kid on the block, and we want to ask you to support the various chapters here, and we shall have free and fair nominations. I have seen many candidates here. You are welcome, but you have to come to the ground. You cannot get the seat when you are here. Yeah, so mkuje nyumbani, msukume ground kutoka nyumbani. Hamjachelewa sana, but this is the time. At least by December, make sure you are home, so that usukume will have free and fair nominations within the party, and we are saying let the people decide. Yeah, and things should be okay, and there should be no problem at all. So we are here, good people, to say thank you very much, and we'll work together. You are our partners and very serious partners. And the administration that we are going to form, you'll be serious partners. Really, I'm not joking. Very practical. And we have now started this engagement along the way. Tutakuwa pamoja, tutatembea pamoja mpaka mwisho. Mpaka mwisho tutatembea pamoja. So nyinyi mpendane,
what I have told my brother here from Mukambani, my cousin, Alonso will go with us all the way. Ako sawa. Ako sawa. The guys from Kisii, Matiang'i will go with us all the way.
The guy from Lembe Nation, Natembea, Wamalo, and Cleo Malala, we will go together all the way. And no other people. And then, on top of that, we have all the payslip holders are with us. There are about 3.5 million in Kenya. And every payslip holders has a minimum influence of 2 more. So that is already 10.5 million. Wako tayari tu wanauliza siku ni gani. Juu ya hayo tuko na Gen Z.
Nao watoto wataka kujua. They are lethal, those young boys and girls. This thing is done. It's only that it is too far away. That is the only kitu inafanya tukae na wasiwasi kidogo. But it's good and it is done and it will be done and done properly. So we'll continue. The people from California, from everywhere else, you guys want to visit everywhere leo. Sasa nikija next time kwani nitaenda wapi? Twende pole pole. I visit 5 states, I come another time, another 5, like that, pole pole. Hapa mtaki niendelee kukuja. Yeah, so, and by the way, I am also taking time to rest kidogo and wind as we engage. And already since we came yesterday, I feel very good, I feel very rested. And we'll walk this journey together so that now we can have a few questions. I can be able to answer you because it's important for me to listen to you and to answer your question. If you have any query, I can answer and then we can move from there. Yes, Kuzo.
Yes, my question is back in Kenya. We have a lot of killings that have happened. We have seen a lot of human rights violation in our country. My big question is for those families who have lost their children, for those families who did not even, some of them did not participate in demonstrations. We have seen organized criminals with Subarus. They claim they are not police officers, but we know who drives Subarus. I want to ask this question. When it comes to such a thing, what is there any group that is going to prosecute this matter? I mean in ICC?
Yes.
Because we don't have anyone in Kenya who can help us on this.
Thank you.
We see the president praising the police. We see the minister praising the police. Even when they have shot little children like msichana mdogo aliwawa, there is nobody in government condemning such killings. They are all praising the police for what they have done. My question is, who is fighting for these families?
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's a very good question. Let me confirm that the killings that are taking place in Kenya are all crimes under the Rome statutes and are admissible before the International Criminal Court. I want to confirm that we have put up a team that is documenting all the atrocities, all the killings, all the displacements, all the disappearances, all the abductions. And we have a team that is putting evidence together to take William Ruto to the ICC at The Hague. And you know the case against him for the 2007 post-election violence was not concluded. It was put on hold when witnesses disappeared. So his file is still open. In addition, we have formed a committee under Justin Muturi, the former Attorney General, the Committee on Restorative Justice, that again is looking at issues
that when we form government, we'll look into the compensation of Gen Zs who have been abducted and killed and other families that have faced atrocities under this administration. So, Musijali, and we are working on it. Again, we have a team of lawyers that are giving pro bono services to the agencies.
Senior Counsel Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, the women rep for Kirinyaga and Jerry Minor, Ndegwa Jiro, and other lawyers have put a big team together that is giving legal services to our young people. Like the young ones who were taken before the terrorism court, they almost said yes because they don't know what is happening. But our lawyers were just there on time. Had they pleaded guilty to the charges, they have been jailed for 40 years because they don't know. So we'll also be appealing to the diaspora chapter also to chip in terms of hash bills. There were some poor young men in Nyahururu, in Olkalau,
who are given a cash bill of 10 million each because they were charged with terrorism. So this is a task we have to work together. I can tell you there are men and women, our lawyers who are not sleeping, fighting for these young people in courts. Again, as I've told you, we are collecting evidence under the Rome Statute to be able to take these people to the International Criminal Court. I had the president asking me to go and report whoever is involved to the police. How do I report him to the police and he's a what? And he's using the police to defend the people who are destroying property. So we cannot report him to the police. I've told him we'll report him to the ICC. So that is going on. And on the issue of the Subarus, is a killer gang of 101 officers under the National Intelligence Service. They have been trained in abductions, killings, and cover-up. That is a group William Ruto is using with the Director of National Intelligence, that is Nudin Haj, to kill our young people. Again, all that is being documented, and in the fullness of time, they'll have to face justice. Next question.
Yeah, Your Excellency, my name is Bishop Michuki. I'm a visiting bishop to this country. And Your Excellency is our Moses in our country, whereby some people fear even to talk. And I would just ask this question on behalf of the nation of Kenya and the church in general. I'm an advocate of faith and a defender of faith. And we've been fighting this thing, LGBT, because our country has dynamics. Our culture will not accept this one. And Your Excellency, we saw it that the president has signed supporting the LGBTQ in our country. Your Excellency, this is very sad. You as a moral support of the families, we are so much grieving and so much worried how these cases are going to get our nation, Kenya. Your Excellency, the president is saying he's building a church, 1.2 billion, whereby he's supporting LGBTQ. We wonder what is he preaching. Your Excellency, can you light this one to the people in the community here to understand what the position is our nation about LGBT? And I'm not scared to say that because we are against this thing in our country because it's against our culture. Praise the Lord. It's against our culture. So, Your Excellency, you as a moral support of families and your wife, Alexander Dorcas, who have been fighting along with us about this immorality in our country. What is your stand? Can you please put it clear to these people?
Thank you, Bishop. Let me confirm that Kenya, our motherland, our nation, is a nation of morals and values. And we really
respect our morals and our traditions. And what William Ruto is doing it as a person in support of LGBTQ. and other immoral practices is against what the people of Kenya stand for.
Kenyans are people who value traditions, our culture, and our way of life. William Ruto will support anything for money. And that is the problem. And all these things, the solution is just one. What is the solution? Yeah, so we all claim our morals and our values as a country and the dignity of the Kenyan people.